Okay, let's talk about it.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Long time no see. Hey, it's been some time, but it's January 1st, 2026. It's no better time than the right time, right? We have some things to talk about. We really do. Let's start the let's start this video off. Let's set the mood, baby.
United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
Okay. Give me a minute. Just give me a minute now. No, you shouldn't have to apologize for anything you are. Man, woman, man, green, yellow, blue, right? But what I do believe is the dog whistling and things like that are influencing people in everyday life. You may not think so, but it really has an effect on our society. And for a man of that prominence to have, to say something like that, really proves he's a piece of shit. Man wears eyeliner, so hey, just my opinion, right? But the reason why I want to make this video is, I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Kansas City, and when I got up this morning, I seen something disturbing. I had seen it in the news here and there, but when I finally put my attention towards it, I was very mad and disappointed. But let's get into it, and you tell me what you think.
Sexy, get in here. Watch out, Crystal. Charles, move. Hey, put this to record.
You ain't got to record it. They'll be over here in a minute. He's not doing nothing. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. I'll harm you.
Stop. Bitch.
Your ugly black ass and get the on. My mama owned your mama.
You said what?
Owned your mama.
Your mama owned my mama?
Hey, your mama.
Very disrespectful. But I'll tell you this. Look at this. Look at that. Okay, let's get back to it.
Serve me food, you dumb.
Okay.
Okay. I will harm you.
And from what that gentleman was saying, let me give you an education on Kansas City. What I pointed out, the 427 was his address. Number streets in Kansas City run east to west. Sir, please be careful with what you say. I'm from Kansas City, and just seeing the 427, you live in the hood, and you feel like that, shame on you. But I'm going to tell you this, to be honest, usually in the Midwest, racism doesn't look like that. It's usually a more polite, when you walk in the room, everybody gets quiet, or, when you walk outside, people lock the doors, silly stuff like that. One of my best, one of the things that just makes me laugh that I hear often is, oh, I'm not racist. I'm just concerned. And to me, those are cold words letting me know, hey, I've been watching you. Then they spend the next 45 minutes explaining why they're not racist because they have a black friend or they don't see color. And in 2025, that usually means I refuse to see anybody's reality, especially yours. But when you really get into it, people are under the impression of this true grit person, this true grit personality for some reason, basically ignoring a century of inheritance that they have. What I mean by inheritance is, white privilege. Where you want to, excuse me for a moment. And as I said, their struggle is pure grit. And that was the first time I heard that yesterday, that the struggle is pure grit. Basically ignoring the century of inheritance, both financial and social. If that's too much for you to comprehend, then look those words up. You know what I mean? But the funny thing is, when there is a moment like today, when we actually have to have a real conversation about this, people usually say, "Oh, you're being confrontational, or you're ruining the mood." But it's the right time. If things not going to change now, people are in for a rude awakening. And referring back to the gentleman earlier, he made the city news. Everything's public record. Mr. Wayne Cunningham, 57 years old, of Kansas City, Missouri. It's really not a good look. It's really not. I want to talk about that because people forget where they are and the things that are being covered in social media and different platforms give these people a false sense of privilege. So I just want to speak on that. We all have to do better. Because, and I'll say it again, I don't mean to say this about everyone. Let's make that clear. Everyone doesn't fall under this. But I will say, people say there's a race problem. But is there really a problem race? That may not apply. It may not apply to you, but if it does, think about it. Take a second. All right, I'm out of here with that one. I hope your family's good. And thank you for joining me. If you will, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and we're going to have more content to come. All right. As you enter the world, be aware, be informed, and be safe. Jeffy, I am. Hey, peace in a minute.